Okay, everybody, I'm going to make a commentary video here. So, the reason why this piece of shit Brian Fahey got on the phone with
concerned right now.
with
When he went
911.
up to knock on a door, and within 5 seconds.
State trooper.
I don't care who you are.
Trespassing
I don't care who you are.
Fucking property.
I don't care who you
Get
are.
off my fucking
I don't
property.
care who you are.
Right now.
You spit in my
Get off
face.
my property
You're
right
going to
now.
jail.
In Illinois, that's a battery. In Illinois, we have assault laws and battery laws. And assault laws are
Maryland too.
Any reasonable apprehension of receiving a battery. So,
I don't care what shit.
as far as I'm concerned, in any other circumstance, citizen versus citizen, this is all you're going to as far as he possibly can.
Threatened to kill me. You threatened to kill me online.
Right? No,
Get
I did
off my
not.
fucking
You're a
property.
liar.
Right now.
You're a liar.
Right now.
Okay, so basically, so he's been on the phone the whole time, right? When he started following him down the driveway and Sean's respectfully backing out, even though Sean doesn't have to verbally be respectful, but he's physically being respectful by backing down to the cul-de-sac from 46 Pendleton Lane or whatever it's called. And so therefore Brian Fahey's on the phone here with 911 because he knows that all calls are recorded. I mean, a lot of people actually don't know that. They think when they call 911, it's not automatically picked up and recorded to a hard drive. Well, sorry to say, but it is. Every single call that comes in is immediately picked up and recorded until it's hung up. And what Brian's doing here is he's trying to record himself saying, "I'm a Connecticut state trooper. You threaten to kill me and my family." You know, that kind of stuff. So that call could be recorded onto the 911's voice recording servers, right? And then therefore it can be accessed by pretty much any investigating, detective or captain or chief or whoever, right? You know, they have 24/7 access to it. They can just log in, pull up the call. You know, this is all done because of a program called Spillman, and Spillman, I think Motorola sells it now. It's a software. Then you got Rapid SOS, and then you got Rapid Deploy, and what's the other systems? Rapid Deploy is more for like tracking calls. Like when you're calling from a cell phone, it can track your location and everything. It's pretty accurate, actually. But yeah, Brian knows all about this. He ain't stupid when it comes to that. But he's just trying to make it look like that he's an innocent person and that some antagonist comes up and starts threatening his life and his family, which is obviously not true. We all seen the video. Sean's walking up to the door, knocks on it. Brian Faggot, I'm going to call him Faggot, tells him to leave, and Sean leaves, and now he's backing down the driveway.
Get off my property.
It's all being recorded.
I don't care.
It's all being. I know you don't
my
care.
property.
You don't face
Right.
it.
So Sean threatened to kill him online. I have no knowledge of that. I highly doubt that. You cannot be in the status of professional that Sean is and make that kind of stupid statement. I'm gonna err on the side that never happened because this cop is clearly a fucking lunatic.
And the guy that just said it there in the bottom left corner, he's absolutely right. Now, Brian probably got death threats from viewers, from people off of YouTube and stuff, but not from Sean himself, no. But, of course, whatever people do, even if Sean tells them not to, whatever people do, that's on those people. That's not on Sean. You know what I mean? Just like they're trying to blame Trump for the January 6th thing, but Trump never did anything. He never directly told anybody to do anything. People just took it upon themselves to do stuff, and that was it. So that's what I think.
Get off my
property
right now. This is the biggest mistake you ever made.
No. This says private road. It says private road. It looks like there's a time on it. I can't tell. So again, I mean, it's semantics. But again, how far are we going to take this? The road is private, which could mean for most parts you can't drive your car down here and use the turnaround to change directions and go the other direction. But again, who's enforcing that? It is. These are the laws that the rich get to enforce. Bottom line, something like this, how this happens.
Yep, the rich suck.
The sergeant with a ring camera has pull, and I go drive my car down his road because I got lost. I'm going to go around the other direction. The sergeant finds out who I am, knows who I am, can't stand it, so he's going to go to the shift supervisor and make them get a warrant for my arrest because they've got the footage. And then they go to the state's attorney or district attorney and says, "Hey, we really got to push this through." And they're like, "What are you talking?" That's how this shit happens.
Yeah.
With these people with this bullshit.
It's not.
This is
It's
the biggest mistake you ever made.
No,
Get
it's
off
not.
my property right now.
It's not the biggest mistake
Get
I
off
ever
my
made.
property right
It's
now.
not the biggest mistake.
He's-
Get off
You
my
are spit in my face.
I
You
didn't spit in your face.
You disgusting.
I was spitting on you.
Yeah.
I am yelling at you to get off my
Yeah.
property. Right.
Right. So now we're past. 44 is the number, but I think the officers was 46.
Yep, it
So
was
there's
46.
two homes on this property, on this shared private road. Now we get to the public sidewalk. Again, if Sean had a pistol on him, I'd light this fucker up.
Hell yeah.
You did what you needed to do. You've gone past the force that was necessary to effect what you wanted, which is him gone. He's gone. You continue to step forward. If Sean had a pistol on him, he should use it. But again, he doesn't. He's got some of the biggest set of balls out there to go up against these fucking lunatics and risk his life for this shit.
Get off. I'm off
Totally
your
agree with
property.
that
Now
too.
what? Now what? Look at the gun in his hand.
I would love to do it, but I just don't have the money to actually do this kind of stuff, and I would need at least one or two more people, one doing the camera, right? Me doing the camera, and one further away, walking the dog, right? And coming upon, in like quotations, coming upon what's going on, right? So would have to plan it out very, very well, and that way, and then also drop it to every media, put it on like a bunch of thumb drives, which do cost money, and then go to each TV station within that given region or whatever, and hand it to them and be like, "Hey, you need to air this. This is some explosive content,
Gun in my hand. I'm a goddamn Connecticut State Trooper.
I don't care.
You threatened to kill me
No,
online.
I did
So
not.
I'm protecting myself and my family.
No, I did
Don't
not.
ever fucking come back to my house again.
No problem. I'll stand right here with my billboard.
You go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right
No
ahead.
problem.
I don't care.
Spit in my face, you're
Don't
going to
ever
jail.
come back to
You're
my
going to jail.
fucking house again.
Okay, now the problem is done. The issue is over. The cop is continuing. This is a problem. The cop is continuing to escalate this shit. It's like you got him gone. He left 5 seconds after you requested him to.
Yep.
You chased him and instigated him while carrying a weapon. This cop needs to be arrested.
Damn,
jail.
yep,
Don't
damn
ever
right he
come
does.
back to my house
It's okay
again.
for you to assault people and break people's property, but I can't ask questions about
You're a
your
fucking
overtime,
liar.
about
You're
your
a
overtime,
fucking
$75,000
More than
for
that,
a desk
buddy.
job?
More than that.
Right. More than that. I'm gonna go. What a crazy psychopath. He spit in my face. No, I'm an independent journalist. Get it right, buddy.
He's still there.
Get it right. I never threatened. He said I threatened to kill him. Ooh, I knocked on your front door. I'll get that 911 call too, buddy.
Yep.
Look at this guy. He probably, I'm a Connecticut State Trooper. Come help me from the camera. Come help me from the guy asking me questions, please, before I shoot him.
Now, what laws did Sean break? As far as I'm concerned, if I got this, I'm not Connecticut. I don't work for Connecticut, but I work for Illinois. If I got this call, criminal trespass to property, this is how it would come out. It would call out, based on how that caller is. If this was another cop who sat there and screamed bloody murder, we'd all be you'd have 4 or 5 squads show up there, and then we'd listen to what happened, and we'd look at what happened and go, what the fuck's going on? What law did he break? He walked up a road, he knocked on a door, he left when asked. What's the trespass?
Oops, sorry, buddy.
It doesn't say criminal
Sorry, buddy.
trespass to no
Phone
trespassing to private property. It said private road. That's what that sign said. I do not know what it said below it. Again, if it says no trespassing, residents only, whatnot, I mean, if that's the case, I don't know how that shit's enforced. Does that mean your relatives can't come in and surprise visit you? They're going to get a pistol to the face by this psychopath? As far as I'm concerned, Sean broke no laws. That's it. I'm very curious if they're going to claim this was stalking, harassing, but they have to establish a pattern. And I don't know if this is the first time that Sean went to this person's home off duty or to another public place when this guy was off duty or was with his family. To my knowledge, this is the only time Sean has had interaction with this guy while he's off duty.
Yeah.
I could be wrong,
But
if that's the case on all of this...
Because he's had interaction with him while Brian Faggot was on duty at the state police headquarters, and Brian Faggot tries to pull the door closed on him in one video, but Brian Faggot was on duty, so that's not stalking. That's a public servant in the course of their duties. So they have to answer to the public, and they're in public and in a public building, publicly owned building with taxpayer dollars, and they have to answer to the public. And Brian Faggot thinks that he's above the law, but he's nothing but a fucking tyrant Nazi.
I do not see a crime being broken at all. I see 100% right now, Sean is the victim of this.
And I did.
Oh, and by the way, I never seen the guy in the corner here. I never knew about him, never knew his channel. I was just watching my TV. The video came across my YouTube suggestion. You know how you, based on what you watch all the time, it'll pop up some more videos and stuff. And I came upon this guy here, and started watching it, and that's what prompted me to do this commentary video about the situation. Cop Talk Live. Yeah, Cop Talk Live is so credit goes up to Cop Talk Live.
No, you spit in my face and you're going to jail. And you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You spit in my face and you're going to... It's all right here, buddy.
Brian Faggot's
right
probably laughing at him at this point.
Right here,
but
buddy.
Of course, we don't know the outcome
Look at
yet
these guys.
until
Look.
Police. Yep.
Lights and sirens. Here we go.
I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything.
True.
He just spit in my face.
Get over here.
Well, I didn't break any laws.
You in a second, okay?
For what? I haven't broken the law. No. But do you have reasonable articulable suspicion I committed a crime? What?
Yeah,
what is it? What is
I
it?
got a call from a trooper.
That doesn't matter.
His face and there's a disturbance.
It doesn't matter. I'm a journalist. I knocked on
Okay, I don't think this is a trooper. I think this is the municipality that he lives in.
Yeah. It's
the door and asked questions.
The
No, I have no
local
weapons
police.
on
You have
me.
weapons on you.
We have a camera of mass destruction. I'm putting my camera down.
Don't move. Don't move until I get backup units. You can put it away.
What's your name?
Officer Romansky, it says right here. Nope, just stay right
He
here.
pulled out a gun on me for knocking on the door.
Oh, you're on his property.
I'm allowed to go on his property.
No, that's actually incorrect, Sean. He didn't pull a gun on you for knocking on a door. He knocked on the door. He answered. He asked you to leave. You left. He went back in to get the gun and aggressively confronted you. This is, you got to get really detailed because these fuckers will get detailed on you on this shit.
Yep.
But he knocked on the door. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to learn the law, man.
No.
I'm a journalist. No, you got to learn the law.
Okay. Let's just back
I'm
up.
allowed to ask questions.
Sure.
I am.
So, let me tell you why we're here.
What's wrong with you? I'm not doing anything. I have no weapons on me. I have nothing. You couldn't stop. He has the weapon.
Well, this cop sucks right now because he was too close at a distance to Sean. What if Sean did have a weapon on him? They have no officer safety. This generation of cops sucks.
Okay.
Absolutely true.
Yeah, no weapons. He has the weapon.
Recording. Okay. So here's the deal. So here's the disconnect here.
Here we
Here's
go.
the difference. So we get a call from him. He calls 911. Hold on.
I'm not going to speak. I'm letting you speak.
Okay. When you call 911 and say you're
I'm
in a
gonna record,
disturbance with somebody, we come code 3, like my lights are on.
You wouldn't do this for a citizen.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. You're doing it because he's a state trooper.
No, we do
That's
it for
why. You're doing it because
citizens.
he's a state trooper.
Okay. We do it for citizens ever seen. Okay.
Not like this.
Yes.
And I don't blame Sean for saying what he's saying right at the second. I mean, he's upset. He just got spit on. He's upset. He's, trying to wrap his mind around it. I mean, I've been there, done that. I've been assaulted, trying to, my words don't come out right. And then, you start, things just don't run the way they should be running through your head and come out in your words the way they should be coming out. It takes some time to like really, really calm down and kind of process what just happened and be able to figure out from step 1 to step 100 or step 1000, from 1 second to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It takes a little bit to kind of process that and be able to get it in steps, because he has the full video of what just happened. That right there is proof in itself of what just transpired. And so therefore the cop responding he just doesn't know yet, because he hadn't seen the video yet. So he's trying to get the information from Sean, and Sean's just he's still trying to wrap his mind around it, which I don't blame him. That's with anybody. I mean, a lot of people are not going to just be super calm in a tight, stressful situation. It doesn't happen that way. We're not designed for those situations. Our brains are not designed for that.
Percent all the time. If we think there's an active disturbance, then we respond code 3, which means lights and sirens, and we're in an emergency response.
Do you see the spit on my face?
I don't.
You don't see the spit on my face? Well, I have it on camera. He spit in my face. I want him arrested. He spit in my face.
Alright.
On camera.
Okay.
I want you to lock him up. He spit in my face. You understand that?
Okay.
If I spit in your face, what would happen to me?
Okay. Here, listen. Let's just.
I knocked on a door.
This cop has no intention on doing any type of investigation. They are looking to side with the cop already. It would be like, oh, excellent. Do me a favor. Give me your ID. All right. I'll write a report. This is the first question I would ask. 100%. You got it on tape? You do? Great. Do you want to sign a complaint? That's fucking it. That's fucking it, dude. Take it out of your hands. If you're a municipal cop and you're tired of this bullshit, dude, do your job. Do your fucking job. You got it on camera, he spit? You do? All right. Play it for us. Let us watch. After I watch, if it's there, do you want to sign a complaint? Yes, I do. Hey, guess what, Sarge? You're going to handcuffs. Fucking send it up the chain of command.
Yep.
Let your bosses deal with it. Right now, this cop has...
Exactly. Yeah. He had said it very, very well, too. And a lot of cops are too lazy now to not even go that far, especially Rockville, city of Rockville. They don't want to do their jobs. I've seen several cars and several vehicles on my street here that are not parked correctly, or don't have registration, or possibly valid insurance either, and their plates are covered and they're on a public street, and yet they don't do anything about it. But yet me parking facing a different direction for a little bit, because I was getting stuff out of my van and bringing it into the apartment here, they want to give me a $60 ticket for 2 violations. But this was after I had went and made that live video. If you check my live tab section, that live video of that stolen car into the ditch down the street from me here. And the one sheriff, the cop you see in the video, he's a sheriff, light, like a khaki colored shirt with the black vest on, beard, kind of tall. He was here on my street a few weeks ago because that girl was shooting the guy over an attempted robbery that I also live recorded too. And so he recognized me. I'm thinking he has something to do with that. To say, hey, go and see how we can mess with this guy. And they found a legitimate reason, because I had parked facing the opposite direction. There's no signage on the street that say you can't do it though. But yeah, it really sucks that I personally think that was just kind of like a get me back kind of deal, because I was doing a live video and I put them on blast, for being there. I mean, not in a bad way, not in a good way, just kind of reporting, hey, this is a stolen car in a ditch, blah, blah, blah. Down the road from me, I saw these police cars rushing down there. I didn't hear it on the scanner because obviously it's encrypted, so But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Zero intention on hearing any criminal activity whatsoever. This is simply backing the blue.
He spit in my face? You can't do that.
Okay, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
Verbal judo.
Just take steps.
And then you see the way that he keeps using his hand to like talk, and he keeps closing his eyes because he's like, oh, I'm tired of this. You know, kind of like, you know, the way you would sigh when someone's talking bullshit, and you're just kind of like, you kind of let a long breath, you close your eyes for more than a few seconds, you're like, oh, not this shit again. You know, that kind of thing. And that's the kind of attitude that I'm picking up from this cop right here. As soon as we get this POV view here of what's going, how the cop is using his body language and his words and stuff like that. But it's his body language that really gives him away, though, you know?
Spit all over. I'm gonna go get DNA test on his spit so you can see it.
Go do what you gotta do. Let's find out what happened, the whole story.
All right, I'm gonna tell you really quick what happened, okay?
No, tell me.
Okay. I'm an independent. Sure.
Good.
I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
I'm here peacefully protesting.
And
This
the
man, as you can
camera's
see
being
from the
blocked.
video footage right here, assaulted me, stole my camera from me. He was never held accountable.
See how he
I
doesn't
got a
want to
tip as an
listen?
independent journalist that he is cooking the books when it comes to his overtime. I did some research. He gets $75,000 of overtime.
You see how he doesn't really want to
And he's
listen?
a desk sergeant.
He has his arms
I
crossed,
thought that was interesting, so I wanted to follow up on
kind
it.
of pursing his lips, you
Too
know?
much information, Sean. You don't need to say that. I'm an independent journalist doing an investigative story at this location. I went to make contact with the subject that was listening here. That's it. You don't need to tell them anything else.
No.
I'm an independent journalist. This is my profession. Show them your YouTube credentials, whatever. This is what I do. I'm doing a story on this subject. I approached this subject at his door. I knocked. Here's the footage. You can see the second he asked me to wind up leaving. Within 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I said, let's go. We're gone. He retreats back into the home, closes the door. The door.
I'm kind of curious how he's able to put himself into the video and play it, and it's like he's in the video. I need to know how to do that.
The issue is done, and then he exits the home, aggressively pursuing me, yelling at me with a firearm
It might
in
be a
his
green
hand.
screen though.
That's all you need to do.
Might be
Right
sitting in
up
front
here,
of a green
there's
screen.
not no trespassing signs. I'm very familiar with the law. There aren't any
Green
no
or blue,
trespassing
you know,
signs
just
or anything like
whatever
that.
it is.
I went up, knocked on the door. He answered the door. I said, "Do you have any comment?" He said, "Get off my property." I immediately
And a third squad fucking pulls up. What a joke.
Right?
started, and his camera will show that. I immediately, because I know the law, I don't break the law, sir.
And the way
I
they park
immediately
too is
started
so
backing up while continuing to ask him
is so
questions.
stupid.
He went back inside, closed the door, would have been the end of it. He came back out with his gun in his hand, got inches from my face. No, I would say less than inches from my face, real up to my face, and spit in my face. It's all over my face right here. All this wet is not sweat. He spit in my face as I'm leaving his property.
Another
As he
fucking
asked me,
What
squad?
the hell?
4 squads for this shit. You guys are ridiculous.
to do.
All those wasted
Hey, can I just get your name and
resources.
badge number, ma'am? Thank you, I appreciate it. I just want to know everybody that's here, that's all.
Yeah. I'm Romansky, that's Brion. My sergeant's right there. His name is Sergeant Bedard. You can talk with
He knows me. I know him. He knows I'm not a threat to him.
Okay.
I'm asking him questions.
I don't know that. Okay.
No, he knows that.
Too much information, Sean. Keep your mouth shut. I'm an independent journalist. I walked up to a door to do a story. I knocked on the door.
Yep.
I left the property. Subject
I
came
gotta
after me with
remember
a
that
gun.
next time.
Sean, learn to keep your mouth fucking shut.
you. Okay, I got you. But if somebody came onto your property
And that's the question?
well, so if somebody came onto my property and I didn't know them, then I would be a little upset about it. And I don't know.
So do you get mad at the Jehovah Witness?
I would. Well, no.
Do you pull out a gun on a Jehovah
I
Witness?
say no, thank you. Please leave.
Right.
Right.
And they leave. Right.
Did you?
Do you pull out your gun? Yes. And do you pull out your gun and spit in their face
Sounds like you're trying to question me
as I'm leaving?
as you're leaving.
Right. You can do two things at the same time, officer.
Sure, you can do all.
You can do two things at the same time.
Do whatever you want. But if somebody came onto my property and I asked them to leave, and it sounds like you weren't leaving.
Geez, how old are these fucking cops? We got kinder care on duty here.
No. This is why I have multiple cameras. He has a camera. No,
He has his camera on, like,
but you weren't here. You're missing the point.
Okay,
You're missing the point.
Do you want to show me the footage?
Finally, he gets to it. Do you want to show me the footage? Yes, officer. Here's the footage. Take a look at him. Put this psycho in cuffs.
can show you the footage, but
I want to point this out again for everybody who's playing at home, especially if you're a First Amendment auditor.
Actually, you know what I think? I think what Sean needs to do is when he records, it needs to be he needs to set up another thing in the billboard truck so that way it can be recorded onto like a SSD or something, right? But it also needs to be displayed on the billboard screen for everybody else to see if they're looking out their windows and stuff, right? It like needs to be live streamed on the billboard itself, on like all three sides of it. That would be more protection, and it also and it needs to be uploaded to the cloud automatically. Not cloud, but you know, like a NAS drive at his house or something, or a place of business, you know, that he's friendly with, just whatever, you know. But there needs to be multiple ways to secure that footage as soon as it goes out, you know what I mean, and use Attorney Shield also on another device.
Shut the fuck up. You do not have to tell these cops anything. You don't. If you are there, it's First Amendment right, I am filming. End of story. If there are no visible signs that say it's private property, you weren't trespassing, anything like that, whatever the case is, even if there were, and you say, I didn't see it, honest mistake, I knocked on the door, I left. I do not know what crime you committed, Sean. As far as I'm concerned, there's no crime. But fish only get caught when they're open their mouths. All you're doing right now is you're giving them information to form a bias against you, while I guarantee you this guy is calming it up right now. Now we have another cop who just pulled up over here. I think we have five cops for 2 guys, or 6 if you include the state trooper. So right now the biggest mistake you made was you gave them the bias by again, adrenaline dump. You had a gun fucking threatened you, and your heart rate should be jacked 240. It would be very difficult to come back down and go, I went to this guy's house. I'm an investigative journalist, and I knocked on the door, and he pulled a gun on me and chased me down the road, which is legitimately exactly what he did. So listen to how you did that. I'm an independent journalist. I'm doing a subject.
And that's what I talked about, and that's what I touched on too. You know, Sean's like, you know, he got threatened with a gun. He's just. His mind isn't wrapped around the whole thing. He's just like really upset, and you know, adrenaline going and stuff. Yeah, this guy right here is absolutely right though. You know, he just didn't think it through all the way, and I do agree with that. But I think these cops should have done better though. You know, the 6 that showed up.
A story on this subject. He did this. He did this. He did this. He did this. Too much. I'm an independent journalist. I'm doing a story, and I left the property as this man chased me down the road with a gun. I am fucking terrified for my safety. As much as you've learned, Sean, right now, you are still trying to reason with the police. They fucking hate you. They will never take your side. Learn from this.
But wait, I can show you the footage. Go ahead. Actually, you know what? We'll see what he says, because I want him.
5 cops show up. Not one has patted Sean or the cameraman down. Piss poor, inept police tactics. Yes, they should have been patted down. If they're there to respond and there's a man with a gun, they have all the elements to say, listen, for officer safety, I'm patting you down. That's it. I'm not going in your pockets. I'm patting you down for weapons. Then move on.
To write a report and be a liar and then go to jail for that too. He spit in my face. Do you understand that?
Yes.
What if somebody spit in your face?
I've never been patted down because technically, but then again, Brian Faggot calling the police, he's technically the victim. I mean, if he's doing that, so therefore, yeah, I guess the cops would have to pat down Sean and the camera guy because they're the quote-unquote the perpetrators or subjects, you know, which I don't agree with, but yeah, the guy in the war left corner does actually make sense when it comes to that. Sometimes I don't think about those things because I'm just too biased myself against cops for the most part, but at the same time, it's like, you know, he does make sense when he said that, you know.
Do you understand? Right. He spit in my face.
But do you understand? I wouldn't want somebody on my property either.
I can ask. Well, I have every right to go to his property and ask a question.
Okay, but
he doesn't have a right to spit in my mouth, in my face, sir.
He asked you to leave.
And I began to leave immediately.
He just immediately just jumped.
He went back inside, got his gun. He's on the phone with 911 saying, I have a gun, as him and I are backing up.
Sean, too much. Shut your fucking mouth. Play the video. Go, officer, you want to see this? Watch the video. This happened because you spoke too much. This cop is a moron. He's walking all over his statements. Well, he asked you to leave. Well, I left. Well, I'd get upset if somebody was on my property. Can they spit in my mouth? Well, no, this cop is a moron. Next time, say, officer, sorry, First Amendment, right to film, Fifth Amendment, not to self-incriminate. Watch the video if you want the information. Sean, don't talk to the police. It's rule number 1.
He gets in my face all the way down this driveway here, telling me, get off my property, get off my property. Then I threatened to kill him. I've never threatened to kill him. He's a liar, and it's all on camera, so don't make any false statements, you liar. He's lied before on camera. He's lied before in internal affairs reports. He has said that he thought my camera was a firearm. He has said ridiculous things in internal affairs reports. I'm a journalist. I have every right to knock on anybody's door I want. The minute that they ask me to leave, I leave. That's it. I have every right, and I did leave.
You told me you were trying to ask him questions when he told you to leave.
As I'm leaving. Did you miss that part?
Well, no, actually, I want to see.
I will show you. Ready? I will show you.
No.
Hey, do you have any comment on this and that? That's what happened.
Okay, can you show me the footage of it? You won't show me.
I want to see what he says first.
Okay.
I want to see what he says first. I want to see what he says, and then you can look at it.
Okay.
I'll let you look at it, but I want to see what he says, because then he's a liar.
Okay, we're gonna go from there then. If you can't show me.
No ID, no nothing, man. We're not giving any of that.
Yeah,
he knows who I am.
Yeah, no, there's an active investigation going on.
No, you have no reasonable, articulable suspicion I've committed a crime. You have nothing.
No,
you have nothing.
I do, actually.
No, you don't. What's your reasonable a disturbance? You better learn the law, man. I'm telling you right now, you better learn the law.
The other way around.
No. Reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. You see this spit right here? That's reasonable, articulable suspicion. He committed a crime.
Okay, so if the crime's against you, I still need your ID.
Okay, we'll see about that. And I'll give it to you then.
You can talk to my sergeant then.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Sean. I don't know what crime can they articulate Sean committed. So I'm going to pat down for weapons. And I know a lot of you are going to have a fucking problem with that. I'm doing it because if I'm talking to you, I'm sorry. Based on the fact that I got somebody screaming bloody murder and there's a gun here, I don't know all the totality of the circumstances, I'm going to pat you down. Simple as that. I'm not going to ask for your ID because I don't know, because especially that cop right there who's dealing with him, he has one side of the story, Sean's. He doesn't know what crime has been committed. So, yeah, you don't have to give me your ID at that point.
Sergeant, how you doing? My name is Sean.
Tyler, dude. Nice to meet you.
Really?
Nice to meet you, sir.
How you doing? I'm Tyler.
He's just a...
I like this guy. Please, Tyler, don't fuck this up for me. This is the way to do it. You do the same thing. I used to go, I'm Dominic. I never sat there and said I'm Officer so-and-so, Officer Izzo. Never say, I'm Dominic. I like this already. He's back. He's letting these other cops bury themselves. He's not going to get involved until they fuck up. And then he comes in like a gentleman, the handshake. You and I, we're simpatico. Please, Tyler, don't fuck this call up.
Camera guy. He's just recording. I appreciate that, Sergeant. Sergeant, I'm an independent journalist. I'm an activist. This is Sergeant Brian Fahey here. As you can see, he's assaulted me, taken my camera multiple times. Right, he's a Connecticut State Trooper. He's a sergeant for the Connecticut State Trooper. He works in pistol permits.
Another fucking squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squad cars. 6 squad cars.
Crazy, right?
Holy shit, and shove me in it. Sarge, get on that mic. We're 10-2. We don't need any more units. You guys can go back out on the street.
Yeah, or you could slow down response, you know.
Somebody said that he is
Montgomery County Police would just say, slow it down.
Cooking the books when it comes to overtime. So I wanted to get his side of the story, see why does he have $75,000 of overtime as a desk sergeant? Why does he have that? It just seemed, I saw it online and I was like, let me go ask him, and at the same time protest with my billboard truck here. I go up to his door.
I am literally texting Sean right now. Ready? Here you go. I'll do this right now. I am live. Well, I'm filming right now my review of your footage. you need to watch this and you need to learn to keep your fucking mouth shut with the police. Dear God, I am pissed off at you right now for talking to this police, any of them. But so far, I'm 15 minutes and 8 seconds into this. You need to shut the fuck up from now on when you talk to these cops. Don't talk to them. I told Sean right there. You heard me say it to him.
Knock on the door. He opens it up. I start asking him questions.
I wish I could do that
my
too.
property, leave. I know the law.
But no,
I immediately started backing up and getting off of it.
Hopefully this video will, my commentary will kind of gain some traction too on my thoughts and the thoughts of Dominic here, if that's his name. And yeah, because, and I tend to do it too. I tend to kind of talk myself into stupid shit sometimes, but I haven't done it in a long time, and I've been warning from these kinds of videos from just saying don't talk to the police, only, or to say what is exactly pertinent to the situation, or if you have proof like video or audio or both, just show that and let it speak for itself, and then you go from there.
Property while asking him questions.
Where
still
was that, like up the road?
Yeah, right up the road. He says there's a no trespassing sign.
Okay.
That sign just says private road. It doesn't say no trespassing.
Okay.
Again, I was on the lookout. It's all recorded for any signage.
Which is absolutely true too. It was all on video.
It's probably his lieutenant.
You guys are with Groton Police. Wow.
Yep, Groton Town Police. There's 3 different police.
Listen, and if I'm coming out a little loud or something, that's not how I operate. It's just
We're having a conversation.
Okay,
Now, it's
all right.
fine, man.
Listen, man, because at the end of the day,
Tyler, Sergeant D'Angelo, Paisan. So far, fucking kudos to you. Doing the best job I've seen in a while.
he came back. He went back inside his house as I'm leaving his property, which will clearly be seen on video. As I'm leaving the property, it's a long walk, so I'm walking backwards, making sure this man has assaulted me. Look at him. He has assaulted me multiple times. So, if anything, he's the danger to me, but I always just wanted to ask questions. I'm not scared of him. So at the end of the day, he's in my face. I'm not going to do it, but he's in my face, inches from my face, and he goes, and he spits in my face. All of this is his DNA. He spit in my face, and I still didn't do anything because he has a gun in his hand. And I left the property, and then you guys arrived immediately, lights and sirens, and I'm trying to explain.
Have, like, your half.
I understand. It's all recorded, though. That's the beauty of it.
That'd be great. Obviously, you're recording right now, so I understand you can't. You probably don't.
And I think what Sean should do is when he shows the recording, he should have it probably get one of those Miracast or wireless display devices and hook it up to the billboard truck, so that way when he shows the police the actual videos of a situation, it'll show up on the billboard truck screen itself instead of letting that, those YouTube videos or whatever he puts on the billboard truck at the time replay itself. He should have it where he could take the phone, stream it to the billboard truck, and then show it that way in a bigger screen, in a bigger format, and it will be like, and body cameras will be able to see it. It would be extra protection if he can show the videos like he took walking to the house, knocking the door, being told to leave, and backing down the driveway and got spit on. If it could be on a bigger screen in public for the cops to see and for the neighbors to see, it would be a lot more protections there,
Want to pause.
Right, exactly.
I understand.
Exactly.
But what we can do is we can send you a link through our Axon camera system, and you can actually upload the whole video to us.
Sergeant D'Angelo, man, please don't disappoint me. Right now, I'm extremely impressed with your demeanor and your professionalism on this scene.
It's evidence, obviously.
No, it's SEAN.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Yeah, but it captured.
No, I'm saying he said SHAWN. It's SEAN.
Oh, I was trying to.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But basically, if you have information that would either, make him at fault.
No, but I want you to collect this evidence here of his spit on my mouth. This is all his spit on my mouth.
Respectfully, all I see at the moment is just sweat.
But I'm telling you, this is, I feel his spit on my mouth. He is a disgusting, vile human being, and he spit in my face, Sergeant. You understand? And it's on video of him doing that.
So at some
this
point,
video here, it's on video of him spitting in my mouth. I'm talking at the same time. He spit in my mouth.
We could maybe like pause one of these so that we could watch that, and then you can continue filming. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you would like to do.
Here, hold this for me.
And also, too, it would be a good idea to put security cameras on the billboard truck, Sean. Sean, if you're watching this, get the bubble type security cameras that have fisheye lens, possibly, or just get a 4-pack of bubble cameras that are weather resistant, weatherproof, like whatever. Put them on the corners of the billboard truck, okay? You know, where the, driver's upper right, left corner, right corner, back corner, Put them on the corners and put a camera on your dashboard or up in the windshield and on the back of the truck also. I have my van. I have a camera in my windshield and a camera on the back of my van, powered off my lithium batteries underneath the bed in the van. And I have a Wi-Fi hotspot that runs and connects those cameras together, so that way I can watch it from anywhere in the world, 24/7, 365. So yeah, Sean, you gotta get with you gotta do something like that, man. I mean, if I had the money, I would help you do it. I would pay for it, but I don't. I can help you set it up if you're willing to drive down to DC here. I could definitely set it up for you, if you're willing to do that. But yeah, just want to throw that suggestion out for you.
Keep it on me, please.
PR shit?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's gonna make me fucking vomit. You can, ugh. Oh, that's the only thing that makes me gag. Fuck this guy. That was clear as day. Oh man, that's fucking sick.
Damn right, it's sick.
Oh.
He just spit in my face. I want him arrested.
He acknowledges.
In my mouth.
Sergeant D'Angelo acknowledges.
Oh, you understand? Like,
Yeah, I
this
see it on.
is bad.
Yeah,
I see it on the video.
Clearly, but I can see it in the video.
I can see it on the video. That's a crime. Let's hook him up right there. What more do we need, boys?
Yeah, exactly.
So I do agree that you're backing up, but
Oh, I would have been stomping the living shit out of that bald fuck for that.
Hell yeah.
can we just agree? So I agree that you're backing up and retreating off this property, right?
Fuck yeah. Fucking Brian Faggot, he deserves to get the shit kicked out of him, stomped. He deserves to see some, brass ones, if you catch my drift. Few, a few taps.
Can we agree that we've kind of figured that some kind of response similar to this would be elicited by you showing up like this, you know what I mean?
And Sergeant D'Angelo goes right down the path of, what'd you think was going to happen when you wore that to the bar? I mean, you kind of look like you wanted to be raped. Sergeant D'Angelo goes right down the fucking shitter with one stupid statement. Well done. Ladies, if you're raped in this town, don't expect to ever be taken seriously by Sergeant D'Angelo or anyone else from this. They're only going to blame you for what you wore.
I thought you would just close the door.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to talk.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the same person, if somebody I didn't particularly care for came to my house, I would say, get off my
Once again, Sean, you're talking way too much. I want to sign a complaint. They are trying to talk you out of signing a complaint by letting you bury yourself.
property, close the door. I wouldn't come out and get in their face and walk them out with a gun and spit in their face. So can we understand that I didn't break any laws and he's the one that broke the law? Like I just don't like this kind of like cop-splaining thing where it's like, you don't understand. You're blaming the victim. It's like, you wanted this. It's like, dude, somebody's got to be held accountable. That's crazy, man. Like, and I have no problem showing you the video because I know the law. I don't break the law. I follow the law. It says my right. I have every right to go knock on somebody's door. There's no order of protection in place. There's nothing there.
Yeah, but no, there is though.
And I need it.
No, there's an order of protection that Brian Faggot took out against Sean, that he can't come around his work. So any Connecticut state police offices or headquarters or any public buildings for that matter where Brian Faggot could be at or potentially be at, yeah, it's just a way. They're just using this whole stay away, protection, harassment like order nowadays to cover themselves up, you know.
3 left.
Yep.
That's it.
So is there an order of protection? Do we know that? Anybody?
I don't know that for
Okay,
sure.
so
We haven't gotten anything.
we just have to check on that. I think we've identified at least.
You don't need him on that for right now. You could just sit there and run the sergeant's name, and it'll list him as a protected party on an order of protection.
Yep.
And it'll say, well, Sean Reyes is that. So you don't have to run Sean's name. You could just sit there and run the sergeant, and it'll come back to who's the respondent to the order of protection.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, you don't use it. You keep not breaking.
Yeah, that's what that software is for. What was it? Spillman something. There was another software though. There's another name to it. It's like something Spillman. I'll have to look it up.
Oh my God! Severely
no, I mean,
disappointed, Sergeant.
you or the other person.
Sergeant's name is Brian Faggot.
And what your intention of coming here was to?
As a journalist, I'm a journalist.
Okay, I just looked it up. It's called Spillman Flex. It's the software that does case management, citations, reporting, background checking, all sorts of stuff, and it connects with the NCIC, connects with other databases. It pretty much is like it's very dynamic. It also integrates, Rapid SOS or Rapid Deploy and whatever else they use for real-time tracking and stuff like that. It also allows radio calls to be pulled up at any time, or listen to live radio traffic. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
Corruption.
I say this all the time, kids. Do you understand what they're doing right now? So Sean fucked up. Sean fucked up so bad on this by talking. And maybe he was doing this on purpose. Because what they're doing is they're collecting every single piece of information they can to put together a crime to arrest Sean for. They've got it. You saw this Sergeant D'Angelo. Look right at, yeah, I see the spit. When it was zoomed in, you can fucking see the expectorant come right at Sean. That is an arrestable offense. Even in Connecticut, it would be listed as a minor assault, with assault in the 3rd degree, I believe I read, or disorderly conduct. Any other human being in the planet, they want somebody arrested, sign a complaint, and they go. You see how immediately they've got their eyes set on arresting Sean. So now they're spinning it, but can you see how you did this? And you can see how maybe you wanted it, but they are purposely trying, and Sean's probably amped up, adrenaline dump, had a gun pulled on him, spit on him, so that's gonna fuck with his pride, because a grown man spits on you, a short, bald, grown man spits on you, and you have to take it, right there. He is coming off of an adrenaline dump, he's not thinking right, and they're letting him talk.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly what I was getting at, people too, and what Dominic is also right here too. It's that adrenaline. He didn't wrap it. He still can't wrap his mind around the whole situation. So the pigs are using that to their advantage, and trying to trip him up. So they can arrest him instead of arresting Brian Faggot.
Don't know how often I have to say this. Fish only get caught when they open their mouths. This was Sean's biggest fucking mistake.
Yeah.
volunteering within law enforcement.
That's a good analogy, though.
Did you identify yourself as a
Well,
journalist?
we've had multiple interactions
Yeah.
reporting. This is not anything from
Does he know you're a journalist? Was he aware of it? It doesn't matter. Somebody knocks on my door and I stick a gun in their face, I'm going to jail, even though it's on my property, in my home. It's how the fucking world works, and they're going to find a reason for that person. But I was just letting you know that your side gate is open. That's it. I don't even have to identify themselves as a journalist, especially if I walk up and go, get the fuck out. Let's set the parameters equal. Somebody knocks on my door, they want to notify me when my front gate is open. Hey, your front gate is open. I don't need to know what they fucking do. I close the door, I come back 5 seconds later with a gun, and I chase them down to my curb. I'm going to jail. Going to jail. But no, well, did you think maybe you should have told him that, you know, you were a member of the welcoming wagon, you baked cookies, and you saw your side gate open, you were worried about his dogs being... Did you tell him that, or did you put him in a threat position? This is insane. Again, this is a critical lesson on learning. What they are doing is they're collecting every possible fact and bit of evidence to spin the narrative how they want to arrest the person they want. This is not about justice at all.
Yeah.
We've had multiple interactions where, again, I'm not doing anything and he is assaulting. I'm trying to get it.
So we know that Dominic has seen the video through and through, and he's doing his commentary just like I am. I'm doing my commentary. I mean, I could easily just go to Sean's page and do the video too, but no, I wanted to include what Dominic was saying, because just 15 minutes into the video, I was like, wait a minute, I gotta make this commentary video, and I think Dominic's right. I think he has he touches on a lot of good points, especially that adrenaline dump and everything, and not talking to the police, not talking yourself into a situation that you can't back out. I think Dominic is really correct in that, and it makes total sense. It actually, I don't feel anything bad about it. I don't feel like it's gonna, like it would hurt me in the future. I feel like he's giving really good advice. Just like any other criminal attorney would say, don't talk to the police. Just like if you look up like Andrew Falucci, you know, that talks about DUIs and stuff in Virginia. He's a good DUI attorney out of Fredericksburg, Virginia. He always says, don't talk to the police. That's what he says, don't talk to the police. And he's absolutely correct. Any good lawyer will tell you, don't talk to the police. So Dominic is correct.
The state police here wouldn't let me close it on my...
This happened recently, or?
This happened about a year ago.
Okay.
And then security camera footage takes my phone from me, violating my First Amendment right. Again, this has been going on, but I'm not saying I'm scared of it. I wouldn't be here if I was scared of it. I'm not saying I'm in fear for my life or anything. I'm saying that I came here as a journalist to follow up on a tip that I got that he is cooking the books when it comes to overtime. And my problem is he spit in my mouth and in my face. That is a problem to me. I don't know what diseases he's got. He can be mad all he wants. I don't blame him for being mad. He doesn't like me. I don't like him.
At least we can agree on that.
Yeah, well, you could be mad, but you can't break the law, sir. You can be mad, but you cannot break the law.
Sean has a good point.
I don't know why you guys are so hell-bent on the spit when we can't talk about the fact he, off duty, he that's aggravated assault, had a firearm on him, used his position of authority as a police officer to intimidate you all the way down to your fucking curb and street. Why are we not arresting him for that? The spit is secondary. I see a huge problem with him taking a pistol out in public on somebody who clearly was retreating from a place that he said leave. There was no threat. There was no aggression. You cannot articulate, oh, it was in great fear for my safety. If that's the case, why'd you follow him all the way to the curb? Why? Can't. Why are we not arresting him for that?
Yeah, like if it went to jury trial, all 12 reasonable, non-biased people would be able to see that and be like, wait a minute, why is okay? So he told him to leave, and yet he leaves, and yet you follow him with a weapon all the way down to the street, which makes no sense if you were in fear for your life. Any good criminal defense lawyer and jury and judge and prosecutor would all see that. You know, if they were non-biased and were reasonable, you know, factual people. You know what I mean? We're very professional, factual, reasonable people that could see it from that angle also, and also see it from the other like angles and just do the math on it.
This is, you know why we're not arresting for it? Because Sean's talking too much. That's the whole reason. This guy was not arrested because Sean buried himself by talking the whole fucking time, giving these fucking cops all the information they need.
I understand where you're coming from.
Get mad all you want. Rent a billboard truck and put it in front of my house. I don't really care. But you can't break the law. You can't spit in another man's mouth. You know how badly I wanted to defend myself? That is bodily injury. I don't know what type of disease is that.
It's happened to me as well. I understand.
Okay. And I'm sure you did something about it, right? Right?
It's circumstantial.
Right. But I couldn't because he's holding a gun like the coward that he is.
Hey, if I have one of my officers send you a link, can you send us that video so we can upload it? Thank you.
So you just play it on the billboard
I'm
truck,
not wiping
like,
my
right then and there.
I don't care if I'll take it. I'll go and take a DNA sample or something.
So the sergeant. So we're both sergeants. He has a camera with the sergeant's vehicle that he can photograph. Like I said, I see.
You don't have like a swab. You could swab and get his nasty, filthy DNA from my face.
No, I recommend if you want medical attention to get tested, we can.
Yeah, call.
Call rescue.
You want to get transferred to the hospital?
No, I want you to call ambulance. Please.
So I'm going to tell you this now for other, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but he does want you formally trespassed from the property, so he's going to provide a statement that says you're formally trespassed, so you are not, from this point on, not allowed to go on this property. If you do, you're going to be arrested.
All right, I don't
That's how that goes. Done.
break the law, sir.
I'm just letting you know what's going on.
Okay.
From where I'm at.
What's going on with it? What's going on with arresting him for spitting in my mouth?
Listen, when you talk to our sergeants about all that stuff, they're going to make their
Okay, but I'm just saying it's kind of like you're telling. I mean, you know about other things.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So as his private property, he's allowed to trespass anybody he wants. You are formally trespassed.
Great.
So if you do go back on his property from now on, you can't get arrested.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know.
And yes, the cop is right. I hate to say it, but the cop is right. Private property, you know, yeah, you got the right to trespass anyone for any reason, at any time you want. You don't have to have an explanation. You don't need to. If anything, it's best to put signs out saying no trespassing. You will be prosecuted. All, you know, wherever your property lines start and also end. So I recommend that if you don't want people on your property, please post up the no trespassing signs and make them clearly visible. And make sure that trees don't block the view. Just don't set yourself up for trouble, and don't set any other person up for trouble. And if you don't want people soliciting for services or anything, also put that up too, saying like no soliciting. I'm actually gonna probably make a sign and put it up on my door saying no soliciting, and yeah.
So you've been advised.
Okay. Great. I don't plan to. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too good, man. When another grown man spits in your face, it's kind of like, oh.
I get that.
Yeah.
You guys drive around?
Yeah, basically drive around, protest. Bad cops, man. He's a bad cop. I mean, I'm not asking
Well,
you to,
I wouldn't say that,
opine
Sean.
on it, but I'm just saying the video speaks.
Yeah, he's kind of talking too much there. He's having, a cop is appearing to have a casual conversation. He's still using that conversation to gain more evidence, to try to get more evidence, and also have it on body camera and report it back to sergeant and lieutenant, whatever.
For itself, he's a bad cop. He likes to put his hands on people and take people's cameras and allegedly cook his books when it comes to overtime, and I was just asking a question about that. That's all I came here to do. And protest, of course. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 law enforcement officers here. Hey, Sarge, do you have any updates?
So I just talked to him and kind of let him know what's going on with in reference, because I didn't talk to him at all. So I just kind of got little bits and pieces of his. We made sure that we have his video evidence as well. Have we gotten evaluated by these guys yet?
They said that there's really nothing they could do for me, so I'm just gonna go get tested at the hospital or something. I'll figure it out.
Okay, do you want to get transported?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No,
All
it's
right, so
fine.
you're good with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need a little bit of information from you when you get a moment.
Sure.
Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, that's it. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming out. So I don't want to waste your time. Thanks, guys.
Good luck
Appreciate
to
it.
you, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good one. I like your video.
Thank you.
They probably don't want me to say that.
they would only not want you to say that if
That's
they
private ambulance. It's not the city or county ambulance, guys.
weren't on the up and up.
You said the right thing. Say whatever you want.
Yeah, free speech. That's what I fight for, right? Free
That's
speech.
all you're all about.
Free speech.
See you guys. Take care.
Take care.
Take care. Thank you, guys. Oh, all right.
This is a clear-cut battery in Illinois, or if it's going to be Connecticut, disorderly conduct at the very minimal. I would say aggravated assault with a firearm. It's clear-cut. The crime needs to be charged. That whatever that bald sergeant's name is, he needs to be handcuffed. So once
It's Brian
you
Faggot.
determine, then you could still charge. Let's just say that Sean did criminally trespass. You arrest them fucking both, and you let your state's attorney or your district attorney figure it out. But once you find out Sean didn't do anything wrong, you put the other guy in cuffs. That's the process of the investigation. So you got the evidence. The second that sergeant saw a video of the spit and the fucking gun, that bald guy should have been arrested. His firearms should have been taken from him and secured, like anybody else in any municipality. You do this in your state, in your city, you're not getting your guns back for about a year. They're going in the evidence vault of the police department. Good luck getting them back. It's just not going to fucking happen for quite a long time. But again, police dropped the ball. That Sergeant D'Angelo completely fucking let me down.
Hey, sir, how are you? So, is there any updates on, because obviously I want to press charges for him spitting in my face that I showed the sergeant here on camera. So, what's going to happen with that?
So we went through the assault statute specifically, and there's nothing that specifically states that spitting on somebody is an assault unless it caused you physical pain. The only thing that assault fits is physical pain. And that's under the exception of if you spit on an officer, then...
Okay, so assault only fits if it causes you physical pain. That's subjective. So if you twink of a cop punches me, that's still, I guess, assault in there. You still made contact of an insulting or provoking nature. If I didn't hurt it from it, get hurt from it, okay, that's because I'm fucking tougher than you. So I think this sergeant is completely full of fucking shit, and I think he's lying.
That is when bodily fluids become involved.
So he can spit on me, in my face and in my mouth, and that's not against the law?
Circumstances, I'm saying that it doesn't really fit the assault charge.
Oh, God. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
So what happened if I spit on you?
Well, then you would get arrested because I'm an officer. You can't spit on an officer because in the assault on an officer charge, bodily fluids are included.
So there is no charge. You're telling me, as a sergeant of the Groton Police Department, you're telling me there is no charge for a grown man spitting in another grown man's
Telling you that it
face?
doesn't fit assault.
Well, what does it fit?
And that bald
Isn't that
fuckers
your job
always
to
stick
find
together
out?
too,
What
you know
does
what I
it
mean?
fit?
Disorderly conduct.
What crime it
Breach
is?
of peace, but you're on his property, you interacted, you engaged the interaction. I mean...
So if it's a breach of peace, arrest him for a breach of peace.
Well, that's the other issue that we're going down right now is you guys are also in violation of a breach of peace.
No.
As well as...
I mean, take us both then. Take us both then. It's not voyeurism. It's not voyeurism to knock on somebody's door. That's not...
It is if he has a reasonable expectation of privacy and you invade on his curtilage...
No.
And you're recording...
You're wrong, but do it. Then I will gladly go take the ride, arrest us both for a breach of peace.
Well, then turn around for me.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Fucking A.
Do what you gotta do.
Unbelievable.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, he did kind of give them permission to arrest him,
Without
though.
hesitation, these fucking blue terrorists, these domestic terrorists, go ahead and... I told you, Sean got strung up because he opened his fucking mouth. This is insane. They were looking for a reason to arrest him. They weren't looking on doing anything that was lawfully justified here. This is complete fucking bullshit.
He didn't even do anything.
He didn't even do anything. He was just
Going
recording.
to charge him
Yep,
fast.
I
Holy
guess why
cow.
you're getting arrested as well, because you're both reporting on this private property, initiating this, which caused a giant scene.
It caused a he's.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Hang on a second.
Now they get disrespectful, right?
Arrest us both for a breach
All right,
piece.
well then turn around for me.
Do what you got to do, man.
Do what you got to do. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
All that for you. 1, 2.
He didn't even do anything. He didn't even do anything. He was just recording.
Yep,
I guess.
They're arresting the cameraman for filming by saying it's private property that he was filming his home. The last time I checked, if you're on any area that's public and you can see and your camera can pick it up, you can fucking film. If somebody has a 7 or 8 foot privacy fence and you stick your shit up and over it and film them sunning their balls outside, that's a little bit different. These cops cannot be this stupid.
Why you're getting arrested as well, because you're both reporting on this private property, initiating this, which caused a giant scene.
It caused he spit in my face. Are you going to take him to jail?
We're gonna deal with that after we deal with this.
He doesn't know. That means no, everybody.
This is ridiculous.
What would you? Obviously, we're going to bring these into your property. Do you want us to lock up your truck and obviously make sure so nobody steals it?
Well, yeah. Can I turn off? Can I turn it off? You're not going to turn it off. I'm not. Listen. All right. Sorry, can I turn off the truck?
The danger of this is you gave them your cameras. How do you know they're not going to sit there while it's open and delete the footage of evidence you had? This was extremely risky on your part to do this.
Yeah, it was.
No. There's something on the inside.
If you can give me instructions, we can turn it off for you.
Oh, it's actually not going. You got to go inside the truck from the front.
Like inside the back of the truck?
Right, from the front.
Do you have a Connecticut or New York?
So you can give me your instructions on how to do. I'm not going to have you get back in the car just because now, obviously, if you're in custody, it's like so that's all.
Dude, I'm not going.
I don't think that you are, but it's how we operate. We don't let people into a car.
And how you operate is completely insane. In Connecticut, spitting on somebody can be classified as disorderly conduct or even assault, depending upon the circumstances and intent. Let's see. Connecticut.
I was about to do that too. I was about to Google it and find out. But we'll let him do it.
Law on spitting state statute. All right, let's look at...
Yeah.
Person is guilty of breaching the peace, second degree of the engages in fight, tumultuous threatening behavior in public. Okay, so right now, that cop should have gone, engages in fighting or violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior in a public place. Should have gone. That was a public place. I don't care if it's a private road. It's outside the public place. Assaults or strikes another. That spit is physical contact. Right there. Should have gone. Because I'm going to tell you, cops will make this shit, they'll stick. They will articulate it. I can guarantee you that's physical contact. It is. I don't know what else you need. Threatens to commit a crime against another person or such person's property, publicly exhibits, distributes, disposes of offensive and indecent material, creates a public... That fits the statute, just right there in itself. Engages in fighting or violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior in a public place, right there. Assaults or strikes another. By definition of taking something that's within you and projecting it to make physical contact on someone else is the definition of a fucking physical contact strike.
Pretty much, yeah.
Connecticut, man. You guys completely fucked this up. This was unbelievable. Sean, you should not have spoken. This sergeant, you're a fucking disgrace. You had me. I was so impressed. Sergeant D'Angelo. Tyler D'Angelo.
Yeah, Tyler D'Angelo, yeah.
Absolutely impressed with your professionalism until you just pulled, well, it looks like you wanted to be raped to the rape victim. This is insane. And I hope Sean takes this as far as it needs to go. And I hope he becomes a fucking millionaire off this one. But the state trooper absolutely does not belong in law enforcement, should have been arrested, and we have a long way to go to clean up these problems. And I thank Sean for having some of the biggest balls in the world to go out and do this shit when nobody else will. And my God, he is exposing domestic tyranny on a level that is just insane. And you've learned from him, once again, keep your mouths fucking closed. Fish only get caught when they open their mouths.
Yeah. So that being said, yeah, just don't talk to the police. Show them the evidence that they have. What the evidence speak for itself, and let them make a fucked up decision or not. You know, it's up to them at that point after you show the evidence. You know, the video evidence and any corroborating witnesses that are present or were present, you know, that are willing to speak on your behalf and on the, you know, but are not biased either, you know, that are non-biased. And yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, yeah, go and check out Sean's video. I'm gonna try to link this one and link the other one in the comments. Oh, excuse me. So I'll see you guys later.